Welcome back to Chilling Fireside Stories, where we delve into the most spine-chilling, mysterious, and unsolved cases that keep us up at night. Tonight, we turn our attention to a case that has baffled the world, haunted by eerie footage, strange behavior, and unexplained circumstances. It's a story that will take us to the heart of Los Angeles, to a hotel steeped in dark history. A place where the tragic death of a young woman ignited endless speculation and fascination. Before we embark on this mysterious journey, I'd like to take a moment to ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Your support means so much to me, and it's what keeps me motivated to continue unraveling these unsolved mysteries. Don't forget to tap the bell icon so you'll be the first to know when the next story drops. And if you enjoy tonight's tale, please share it with others. Now settle in with a warm drink, listen to the crackling fire, and let's begin. Tonight, we explore the mysterious and tragic case of Elisa Lam. What started as a simple vacation for a young woman from Canada turned into one of the most enigmatic and widely speculated deaths of recent history. With no clear answers, this case has sparked countless theories, debates, and questions that linger to this day. But what really happened inside the notorious Cecil Hotel? Before we dive into the eerie events of January 2013, we need to understand who Elisa Lam was. Born on April 30, 1991, Elisa was a 21-year-old university student from Vancouver, British Columbia. Elisa's parents had emigrated from Hong Kong, and she grew up in a loving, supportive household. Like many young adults, Elisa was active on social media. She used platforms like Tumblr to share her thoughts, feelings, and personal struggles. Elisa's blog, named Nouvelle Nouveau, gives us a glimpse into her inner world, one that was filled with both curiosity and vulnerability. Elisa suffered from bipolar disorder and depression, mental health conditions that she openly discussed on her blog. She wrote about the ups and downs, the emotional roller coasters, and the medications that helped her manage these conditions. Despite these challenges, Elisa was ambitious and adventurous. She yearned to travel and see the world, which led her to embark on a solo trip to California in January 2013. This trip was meant to be a fresh start for Elisa. She visited San Diego, posting about her experiences, before heading to Los Angeles, where she booked a stay at the infamous Cecil Hotel. But what Elisa didn't know was that the hotel she chose had a dark and sinister history, a history that would soon become a part of her story. The Cecil Hotel, located on Skid Row in downtown Los Angeles, is no ordinary hotel. It has long been associated with violence, death, and despair. Since it opened in 1927, the hotel has been the site of numerous suicides, murders, and even housed notorious serial killers. Richard Ramirez, the infamous Night Stalker, stayed there while committing his grisly murders in the 1980s. Austrian serial killer Jack Unterweger also resided at the Cecil, using it as a base for his horrifying crimes. The hotel's location on Skid Row only added to its reputation. Surrounded by poverty and crime, the Cecil Hotel became a refuge for transients and people on the fringes of society. With so much death and darkness embedded in its walls, the hotel has long been rumored to be haunted. Some guests have reported strange sightings, unexplained sounds, and feelings of dread while staying there. It was against this backdrop that Elisa Lam arrived in Los Angeles, eager to explore the city. But soon after she checked in, something strange began to happen. Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel on January 28, 2013. She was staying in a shared room on the 5th floor. But just a few days into her stay, her roommates complained about her odd behavior. According to staff, Elisa exhibited signs of paranoia and confusion. This led hotel management to move her to a room of her own. On January 31, 2013, Elisa was seen for the last time. She was spotted in a bookstore near the hotel where the owner, Katie Orphan, recalled that Elisa seemed happy and engaged, purchasing books for her family back home. Little did anyone know this would be the last time Elisa was seen alive. Elisa was supposed to check out of the Cecil Hotel that day, but she never did. Her parents grew concerned when they didn't hear from her and contacted the LAPD to report her missing. The police immediately began an investigation, searching the hotel and questioning staff, but Elisa had seemingly vanished without a trace. What followed was a series of events that only deepened the mystery. 2 weeks after Elisa disappeared, the LAPD made a decision that would catapult this case into global infamy. They released a surveillance video taken from one of the hotel's elevators on the night of January 31st. The footage, which quickly went viral, is perhaps one of the most unsettling pieces of evidence in recent memory. In the video, Elisa can be seen entering the elevator, pressing multiple buttons and waiting for the doors to close. But something strange happens. The doors remain open. Elisa steps out, glances nervously down the hall, and quickly darts back into the elevator. At one point, she begins making strange hand movements, as though she were communicating with someone or something unseen. Viewers of the footage have speculated endlessly about what was happening in those moments. Some believe Elisa was hallucinating, a side effect of her mental health condition. Others are convinced that she was trying to escape someone or something pursuing her. And then, there are those who believe that Elisa was interacting with a supernatural force. The eerie way the elevator doors malfunctioned only fueled these suspicions. But even with the release of the video, there were no new leads. Elisa remained missing, and the police were no closer to finding out what had happened to her. For nearly 3 weeks, Elisa's whereabouts remained unknown. Guests at the Cecil Hotel began complaining of low water pressure, strange tastes, and discolored water. On February 19, 2013, a maintenance worker was sent to the roof to inspect the water tanks. What he found would shock the world. Floating inside one of the tanks was Elisa Lam's body. The discovery of her body only deepened the mystery. The water tanks were difficult to access, requiring a ladder and a series of locked doors. How had Elisa managed to get onto the roof? And more importantly, how had she climbed into the tank, which had a heavy lid that would have been impossible to close from the inside? The autopsy report ruled Elisa's death as accidental, concluding that she had drowned. But the report also found that she was not under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time of her death. Her toxicology results showed traces of her prescribed medications, suggesting she had been taking her medication as directed. Despite this, many questioned whether the official ruling made sense. With so many unanswered questions, the public began to speculate wildly. Some believed Elisa's death was the result of a manic episode brought on by her bipolar disorder. This theory was supported by the fact that she had been moved from her shared room due to strange behavior. But others were unconvinced, pointing to the elevator footage and the mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. Could Elisa have been murdered? Some believe she was being stalked or pursued by someone at the hotel. However, there were no signs of physical trauma on her body, and no evidence to suggest foul play. Then there are the more outlandish theories. Some believe that Elisa fell victim to a paranormal force. Given the Cecil Hotel's dark history, many wondered if the building itself played a role in her death. The malfunctioning elevator, the strange behavior, and the final resting place of her body all contributed to the idea that something otherworldly was at work. Even to this day, the case remains one of the most widely debated mysteries, with no definitive answer in sight. The tragic death of Elisa Lam leaves us with more questions than answers. Was it a tragic accident, a result of her mental health struggles, or something far more sinister? The truth may never be known. But one thing is certain. Elisa's story has left a lasting impact on those who seek to understand what happened during those final moments at the Cecil Hotel. Her case reminds us of the fragility of life and the mysteries that sometimes remain unsolved. If tonight's story has intrigued you, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and share it with others who appreciate exploring these chilling mysteries. Tap the bell icon so you don't miss future episodes, and join me next time as we continue to explore the unknown. Until then, stay safe and remember, not all mysteries can be explained.